I visited a place with our school, Jubilee Christian Academy. They have a community service and I was able to join them. When I went there to visit a place they call the Happy Land, it was beyond my expectations. Trash-laden streets, muddied, flooded. I see big families squeezed into small rooms. Human and animal excrement line up the streets. The food that were taken from fast food trash was to be their daily meals. People with so little in life, yet I feel that they seem to be rather unusually happy. With income with just 80 pesos a day for whole families, I do not understand why people live in such difficult situations. After that, I was so troubled for the whole week. I couldn't sleep much as I keep on imagining myself in that situation. And I felt that people should not be living in those situations. And I even asked myself, why them and not me living in that situation? The more I think about it, the more I believe that those who are blessed should not use the blessings that the Lord gave them, materially, financially, just to be used for themselves or inside the four corners of the church. But we are blessed to bless other people as well. And so I gathered a few of our pastors in our pastoral team, some of our leaders, and some of our members of our church, and shared with them this vision that would ultimately become a blessed to bless mission outreach. We partner with an existing foundation called the Bless the Children Foundation, headed by the directress Eunice Cheng, whose life of dedication and commitment to the plight of these poor people greatly inspired me to come out and really help. Last September 1, we started our missions trip with 31 people from our church joining. We targeted 4 areas of ministry. Number 1 is the basketball clinic, headed by Pastor Edwin, Pastor Nehemiah, and Pastor Johnson. We have the adults Bible class, headed by Reverend Eugene Howe and Pastor Mark. We also have our children's ministry, headed by our pastors Ruth and Stephanie. And we also have one of our young musician of our church, Zach, to be an encouragement and a coach to the violin class students. He not only inspired the students, but also inspired the instructor as well. And we hope that this mission trip will not just be like most mission trips, that is only once a year, which has minimal effect. But we hope that this would be sustainable, more long-term, and if more people and more churches would come in, joining this Blessed to Bless outreach, I believe more people will be reached and more people will be helped, and this could be more sustainable in the long run. As a church, I firmly believe that we should not just be looking inside the 4 corners of this church, just focusing on our own needs, but we need to focus on what's outside the 4 corners of our churches, because that's where the real world is. Let us not be like the Pharisee or the Levite who saw a wounded man along the road
But instead of helping that man, they walk the other side. But let us be like the Good Samaritan who saw that wounded man, took time from his busy schedule to extend help, paid for the hospitalization of that man until he fully recovered. Let me ask you the same question again. Why them? And not us or not me living in that community? And as we ponder the answer to that question, I pray that the Lord will stir in us a willingness to help others. That the Lord blessed us with so much, not to keep these blessings to our own church, to ourselves, but the Lord blessed us specifically to bless others. Thank you very much.